Hello peeps, how are you? Welcome along to the channel. Please like, please subscribe. We're heading to the Euros. We're heading to 20,000 subscribers. I'd be glad to have you on the journey with me. Not under the best circumstances. We're sitting here now to have another sad update on another ACL injury. Mary Fowler has ruptured her ACL. Manchester City have confirmed she's suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury, and we wish her all the best for a speedy recovery. Mary Fowler, the next victim of ACL injuries. What can we say firstly about Mary other than the fact that she has been a shining light for Man City this season? She's really come into her own. She's a young player, absolutely outstanding player as well for our country, for Australia, the Matildas. And for Manchester City, it's just been excellent for the season. Now we know City have had their wobbles, but when we all saw Mary go down at the weekend in the FA Cup, I think we all just feared the worst. Now, I've spoken to Rush and I've spoken to many players who have had ACL injuries, and really you look at when it happens to them in that moment and how they react and how they get up and how they're able to move off the pitch and how they're still able to walk. And Mary looked in a lot of pain when she was on the ground. She was holding her knee and the physios come on and they were trying to move that leg, and she was doing so. And then you think, oh, right, she's walked off. She's needed assistance, but she's walked off. She should hopefully be okay. And then this confirmed the worst possible news. This will see Mary out for the best part of another season. You never know how quickly players can bounce back, but you just feel really, really, really heart sorry for anybody to go through it. And quite often when we see it happen to players in the WSL at the top of their game, it gets far more eyes on it, far more people speaking about the ACL injury once again. I don't know Mary Fowler as a person, but you hear really lovely things about her. So this will be very, very hard for her and for the team. So we're wishing her all the best. I certainly do wish her all the best and a speedy recovery. It's not going to be speedy. It's long. It's a torturous injury, a long time in the gym, mentally draining. All of the things that we have been told from people who have done it in the past, no matter what level of the game they play at. So fingers crossed she'll be okay. Sad and awful for Manchester City as well, who needs players like Mary Fowler. And you look at that picture that's going around of the Man City bench at the weekend. When I say the bench, the injury bench, and you're looking at the quality of players sitting there, you're looking at the number of players who have ruptured ACLs in there as well. And now Mary goes onto that list. It's like, oh, Man City, like, what's happened? You know, is it one of those seasons where you're playing a certain style and it's been a lot of football and it's been unlucky as well that all of these players have fallen victim to injuries, but ACLs have been prevalent once again. I thought when this season started, and when you look at the ACL epidemic that happened last time around in the WSL and the Championship and beyond, I felt that we were going to see some sort of instant improvement because it was spoken about so much. And I actually spoke to a physiotherapist, an ACL expert, Carolyn Kent, on the Kickback. If you haven't watched this yet, it will be really interesting to you. The Kickback on YouTube, it's on TalkSport's channel, and Carolyn gives a really good insight as to where we're at with it and the studies that are going on. And this woman is working with the leading experts in their fields to try and suss out where and why and how ACLs are continuing to happen. So we had all of the discussions that you talk about the menstrual cycle, still trying to suss that out. Is it the menstrual cycle? Is it being on your periods? You know, is it day 1? Is it day 5? Whereabouts is it in your cycle that women are mostly being affected? Are all bodies the same? Can all bodies move the same? Is it the boots? Is it the way that they're training? Is it the way that they're turning? All of these things have been discussed. And I think what's important now is that the research now continues to step up, and hopefully we will have answers soon. You know, hopefully there will be a real clear signal as to why this keeps going on, you know. Just wanted to kind of bring some of the names alongside Mary Fowler who have suffered from ACL injuries just even over this last season and a bit. Sophie Lundgaard, Gabaro, Inma Gabaro, Arola Gali, Fox, Sophie Ingle. Of course, Sandy McIver had tore her ACL as well, didn't she? During the Scotland game in April. Mia Fishel, Sam Kerr, Kit Graham. Sorry if I'm leaving any names out here. It's not a list you want lots of people to be involved in, but it certainly doesn't seem to be getting any easier. These are going back to just early October 2024. And we know what happened the year before last. You know, it was chaos, wasn't it? It was just each week there was an ACL injury for a stage in the WSL. Beth Mead, I watched an interview with her very recently when she was in the England camp, and she speaks so openly and so freely, and I think, bless her, she really opens up on how things personally affect her, and her mum passing away and then her ACL injury and all of that happening in the short space of time take you to a place where it's a very, very dark and sad time. And then, you know, you work to the point where you can try and get through it, but you'll never realize what it's like when you're really in there. And I cannot relate to any of these instances, you know, touch wood, but you can tell how much it hurts. You know, it's so clear on all of these players who we speak to. Ella Rutherford last week in the kickback from Ipswich, the actual damage, the psychology behind it as well, how it really, really affects these players, because they might find themselves going, who am I without football? Or what happens now? What happens when I'm not on the pitch and scoring goals and, you know, being with the team and being celebrated by the fans? I think this is the bit that's really going to have to be focused on now as well, is making sure players are so supported. Today, for the next week, Mary Fowler will be supported all over social media, sitting here talking about this now. All of our teammates will be rallying around her and our family will be there for her. Bearing in mind she's on the other side of the world. And then, you know, everything kind of goes quiet. And then you're left in your own thoughts. When is this going to be better? When am I going to be back? Am I ever going to be good enough post this injury? So I definitely think the psychology and the support is definitely something that will have to take precedent now as well for ACL injuries. And for Man City, they're just missing another absolute baller. I don't want to make it about their season and what's happening to them just now, because they haven't lived up to the heights of where they were going to be hoping to be this season. And Rush and I had this debate when we were sitting talking to you the other night. I see it as, you know, these injuries, without these injuries happening, City would be maybe dominating this season. Rusha sees it differently. Also, there's the question of how are they training? Is it something in the water there at the moment? You know, do they have to look at that? Will the backroom staff, will the coaching team now start to be analysing, you know, why they've picked up so many injuries this season? I'm sure they're on top of it. I must say they're a good squad and they're heading in the right direction, and Man City are building something special. So sometimes you have to go through these hard periods to try and find a way to get to the right answers. So just finally, confirmed reports, Mary Fowler has ruptured her ACL. Mary Fowler of Manchester City. She's had a great season so far. It's a real shame. It's an absolute shame. And I think that's now 8 ACLs this season in the WSL and in the last year. That's over as well. So good luck to Mary Fowler. Good luck, Man City fans. I know you'll keep rallying, and I will see you again very, very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.